Hi everyone. This morning I'm going to record a short chair yoga practice which you can use anytime you'd like to take a bit of movement. So if you're new to yoga, just a reminder it's a holistic practice that encompasses movement, meditation, breath and principles for living a kind of more fulfilled life. So the principle we'll work with this morning, the theme of the morning is santosha or contentment. And this is the idea that as humans, we are often striving for the next thing. Oh, wouldn't life be wonderful if I had a better car, a bigger house, whatever it may be, material possessions. But actually, just reminding ourselves sometimes that this contentment or santosha can be found in day-to-day activities, perhaps a short walk or a bunch of flowers or seeing the sun. All of these things can bring contentment. So that's the theme we'll be working with today. Now you'll notice I have my shoes off, but you might choose to practice with your shoes on if you prefer. And I also, my feet happen to touch the floor, but if yours don't, you might choose to take I have some blocks or some books, something like this. Even a cushion probably would work, just so that you have the idea that your feet are resting on the earth beneath you, which gives more of a grounding experience to your yoga. Right, so I'm going to remove the blocks and let's get started. So coming to a comfortable position on your chair. Firstly, bringing your awareness to your feet. Perhaps gently moving the weight into the outside of one foot and the inside of another. And then back the other way. Inhale, taking the weight into the toes and then into the heels. And you might like to close your eyes here, or you can keep them open if you prefer. Bringing your awareness to your sitting bones and gently lengthening through the spine. So perhaps you're lifting the crown of your head. And on the next exhale, allowing your shoulders to move away from your ears. Let's bring the hands now to the abdomen. This helps to bring our awareness to the breath. Breath, the keystone of life. Okay, so we're going to take a few longer breaths now. So I invite you to take a long inhale and a longer exhale. Continuing in your own time to gently slow the breath. Both the inhale and exhale. And if you can, drawing the breath down so that you perhaps notice the breath gently moving the abdomen up and down. So you notice the hands moving with the breath. And as you stay here, perhaps you even bring to mind this theme of santosha. Perhaps there is something which brings you contentment you could bring to mind if the theme resonates. And after your next breath, let's just relax the hands and gently drop the chin towards the chest. Inhale, chin moves towards one shoulder. And exhale the second side. Repeating twice more. So just beginning to move the neck. And then let's bring the head back to center. And let's begin moving the shoulders. If the shoulders have crept up, perhaps you can just relax them a little here. And perhaps you now even bring the hands onto the shoulders and gently draw some circles with the elbows. Still drawing your breath down deeply as if you're breathing into the pelvis, reversing the direction of the elbows. And keeping the breath, drawing in deeply like this helps us to take abdominal or diaphragmatic breaths, which have loads of health benefits, slowing down the heart rate, blood pressure. Okay, so we've done a little bit of movement in the shoulders. Let's take a twist. So inhaling to find length and exhale, let the hips stay facing forward. We're moving from the abdomen and the upper spine, gently twisting to the right. Inhale, staying here, finding length. And exhale, perhaps you twist just a little deeper if it feels comfortable. Let's breathe to come back to center, taking a breath in center. And then exhaling to take it to the second side. Twists really good for spinal mobility. And all these movements, just moving with the body, warming up the joints, keeping the synovial fluid moving, which lubricates the joints. And then let's come back to center. We'll do a little bit of work for the hips. So let's inhale, lifting up the right knee, heel lift and lower. Inhale, second side and lower, both sides and lower. Repeating, or you can do single sides once more. And from here, let's lift up the right heel once more. And if you're comfortable, well, you can start your knee circles here, so moving into the hip. Or if it's comfortable, you might hold the sides of the chair, draw the navel to the spine, and gently draw some circles. So working with the hip joint, ball and socket joint. Quite strong if you're not used to this pose, so take a rest at any time. It's a non-competitive practice. And let's take the second side, so lifting the left heel, taking our circles. Once again, if you feel comfortable, you could lift up this side, you could even bring the hands beneath that left thigh to take some circles. Releasing down and coming into a resting pose. So this is very important for yoga, and you can feel free to rest at any time. Folding forward, you might choose to bring the elbows to rest on the thighs, forehead to rest on the hands. Or if you want to take it a little bit further, you might bring the abdomen and chest further down and opposite hand to opposite elbow, forehead resting. But either one you've taken, either pose, staying with your long, smooth breaths. And you bring to mind this theme of santosha, contentment. As we now bring the hands onto the knees, and let's take a couple of cat and cow. So we're going to inhale, move the chest forward, shoulders move, shoulder blades move together behind you, and exhale, rounding forward. Inhale, chest moves forward, shoulder blades back. You're just lifting the base of the throat a little, round. Working with your breath here. Exhale to round. And from here, let's take our sun salutations. So coming back to center then, once again having an awareness of the sitting bones, connecting with your chair, sitting up tall, so you're finding length through the body. Okay, from here then, let's inhale and take the arms out wide. And on an exhale, you're folding towards the right thigh and you're possibly even lifting that right thigh towards the chest. Inhaling to open wide and exhale, second side. Opening wide, just that's my clock chiming there, so noticing the sounds that are around us at this moment. From here, let's fold forward as far as you want to take this and really grounding through the feet, engaging the legs here. So by this, I mean imagining you're hugging the muscles towards the bone, which brings a sense of engagement through the legs. And you might choose to lift the arms back here, or you can lower the arms if this isn't feeling good for you today. So always working with how your body feels. Let's inhale, drawing the hands forward. Chest moves forward, shoulder blades gently back. And then reaching forward with the arms, and you might even outstretch the legs here, perhaps moving a little bit closer to the edge of the chair, coming into our downward facing dog. Drawing up through the pelvic floor and draw the navel to the spine. Taking a long breath. And then coming back to center and resting in child's pose. Breath here. Inhale, coming wide, bringing to mind this idea of santosha, contentment. Exhale, abdomen to left thigh this time. Inhale, second side, your version. Inhale, opening through the chest and folding forward. Engaging through the legs, muscles hugging to the bone. Perhaps the arms sweep back. Perhaps you're finding a little extra space through the spine. So can you inhale to lengthen from the crown of the head to the tailbone. And on your next exhale, reaching the arms forward, stretching out the legs into your down dog. Perhaps the chest moves slightly closer towards the thighs. Still this muscular engagement. Muscles, imagining they're hugging to the bones. And then let's come back to center. Let's just open the legs slightly wider for a moment. And inhale to take the arms out wide. Exhale, palms face in towards the body. This is our goddess pose. Finding a sense of lengthening through the front of the body and back of the body slightly shortening. Being the knees opening, the knees tracking towards the toes. And keep going with your longer breaths. Noticing if your breath's moved into the chest, and if it has, can you draw the breath down towards the abdomen? So we'll come back to center and we'll just take a chair pose to finish with. So starting then with the bent knees again and noticing the connection of your feet with the floor, perhaps even just gently pressing the feet into the floor, just to reiterate this connection. Often we are in our heads and in our thoughts, and the practice of yoga allows us to reconnect with our bodies. So This is what this is all about, being aware of the earth supporting you. Okay, hugging the muscles to the bone once more to engage the legs, and different options for the arms. Perhaps you fold forward and lightly touch the chair, staying with your breath. Perhaps you reach forward with the arms here, keeping the navel drawing towards the spine. Or perhaps you even take the hands to the chair, and if you feel comfortable, you might need to step the feet slightly closer into the chair actually, but just make sure you feel very grounded. You might even choose to lift the hips off the chair. But take the version that's feels right for you. So after that chair pose, we'll come back to center, and we'll take a relaxation. So allowing your back to rest against the back of the chair. Another long inhale, and on the exhale, allowing the jaw to relax. So the lower jaw might move away from the upper jaw. You might choose to close your eyes here. Another inhale. And on the exhale, shoulders move away from the ears. Next exhale, and you release the hips. Maybe holding a little tension there. So releasing the hips as we take a couple of final breaths to finish the practice. And then you can stay in this relaxation for as long as you like. If you're ready to come out, perhaps you bring some gentle movements back into the body. Come back to center. If you're comfortable, you might bring the hand in this position in front of the chest, bringing to mind your santosha, what brings you contentment. And thank you very much for practicing. Hope to see you soon.